Let's begin here. The next industrial revolution is not happening in factories or labs or blockchain think tanks. It's not a new app or a new language model. It's like a sleeker headset or, you know, escaping to the metaverse. It's happening in you. The revolution is internal. You could call it a software upgrade, but only if you're prepared to admit that the existing operating system was a complete mess. And it is. You know the one, the system that prizes accumulation, performance presentation, the one that you had running meetings in your sleep, answering emails like they were proof of life. The system getting better, meaning more productivity, not less pain. This was really about efficiency. It was about denial of the fact that we don't know how to think. Not really. We know how to process, we know how to mimic, but thinking, the kind that costs something, the kind that risks your self-concept and cracks open the logic barn, is a dying art. And that death is the quiet catastrophe of our time. The irony is that everything outside us keeps getting smarter while our inner lives jam up like wet paper in a fax. Our devices finish sentences, meals are made of fucking recipes, cues of memories. We outsource not just thought but desire. Tell me how I feel, Spotify. Show me how to look, Instagram. ChatGPT. Pretend you have a voice in me. The world gets louder, sharper, faster, and I get what? More accurate? No, more aware. Not even close. What we got was distracted. We got obedient. So here's the premise. Attention is the new terrain. It's the only one left. Talking about attention as a cognitive posture, attention is the conscious allocation of your inner spotlight, the kind that can illuminate a person in front of you so clearly that their bullshit can't survive it, the kind that notices the twitch before the lie or the eye dart when someone mentions their ex. That's the software upgrade, learning how to see it. Because here's what no one wants to admit deep down, you know what's real. We all do. We know we're lying. We know when a conversation is dead. When our words are just delay mechanisms. We don't need more data. We need permission to feel disgust, to name the cringe, to say this interaction is not resonant. That's the beginning of intelligence. Not what we know, but what we're willing to say out loud. It is the refusal to keep participating in bullshit simulated connection. The old OS was built on submissions to norms, expectations, shadow niceties that insulated us from insights of reality. We were rewarded for our ability to endure mediocrity. We were praised for not rocking the boat even when the boat was clearly fucking sinking. Tolerable. That's what we were. Intolerable people make no demands of the world. They die clean. The new system is different. It's rude. It's abrupt. It's intense. It's the system that says this is not working. And I don't want to pretend it is. It's not about being correct. It's about being aligned, being alive. You will offend people. You will be misread. You will be accused of being too much, but you will be awake. And that's worth it. The new system doesn't need a technical manual, it needs a trigger. That trigger is disgust. Real disgust, not the moral kind that signals virtue, but the kind that comes from watching someone lie to your face about loving their job, or their partner, or their goddamn morning routine. The kind that says, I will not participate in this performance anymore. That's the moment the upgrade installs. Doesn't ask for your password. It just boots. Let's make this practical. You're in a meeting. Someone says, let's circle back. You feel your soul retract like a testicle in cold water. That is the signal in the loin. The system's trying to patch. In the old OS, you'd nod, you'd say, absolutely. You'd pretend the phrase meant something. In the new system, you don't smile, you don't nod, you let the silence hang, you stare, not aggressively, just honestly. And you say, is that a real plan or is that something we say when we're afraid to close the loop? That's the upgrade in action right there. Missing, restore ends in applause, anecdote optimized for effect. It's impressive but not real. Instead of matching the dance of that young beauty, you interrupt and say, what's something about you I wouldn't like? You say, when's the last time you scared yourself? You break the spell. They might leave, they might cry, they may finally arrive. Or maybe it's just you alone. You lie to yourself about having done something. The software upgrade doesn't stop this, it just notices. It says you are simulating productivity to avoid confronting the fact that your thoughts are not yet interesting enough to follow. That sting, that's the good stuff. That's the upgrade running diagnostics. Let's be clear, this isn't about moral superiority. This isn't about becoming a better person. The upgrade doesn't care if you're kind. It doesn't care if you're polite. It cares whether you are present, whether your speech connects to your thought, whether your actions align with your internal weather, whether everything is noise and everything is delay. You can still play the old game if you want. You can keep filtering, keep smoothing, keep saying nice to meet you when it isn't. Keep nodding in meetings when you're actually dead inside. Keep writing lol when you didn't laugh. But don't be surprised when your life feels like an echo. Don't be surprised when the intimacy dries up. And don't be surprised when your sense of being becomes so brittle it cracks under a single real question. The world is full of information, but information is not insight. Insight is what happens when attention meets discomfort. So when you stay in the room long enough to feel what the room is doing to you, it's not always pleasant. In fact, it really is, but it's real. And real is the only currency that holds its value in the vibe. Because the final truth of the software upgrade isn't. It's just this. It's not an acquisition, it's a deletion. You just become less of what you were pretending to be. Yeah. That sting. That's the good stuff. So, well, what does that mean? I guess it means the interfaces have fallen. And the small talk dies. The need to be understood now softens. When we stop auditioning, stop performing sanity for others' sake, start speaking because there is something to say, never allowing silence to stay. And yet we would still look people in the eyes and wait for the dissonance, and if no music arose, I would leave. Because that's the new ethic. Not better behaviour, not nicer manners, not deeper signal. Well, this signal isn't loud, it's not self-righteous. We don't tweet well, we just endure because, you know, when you hear it, it's the rare voice that speaks without needing your approval. And the kind of sentence that doesn't care whether it trends. It's the kind of presence that makes you forget your phone. Thank God. In the end, the software upgrade is just this. Our commitment to reality so intense it burns through the need to pretend. And the moment you feel that heat, you will never go back. Because pretending is exhaustion, and the truth is oxygen. And oxygen breathes in fire.